Today I'm in the Woodyard. Look what I've got. We picked it up yesterday. We're gonna slap it on the tractor and we're gonna try it out a little bit here today. So here we go. So there it is. It is a CDI, Construction Implements Depot Incorporated Extreme Attachments. It is a snow pusher. It is a 7-foot wide snow pusher, and I just started up my tractor and we're going to lift it out of there and then we're going to hook it up. And I only have a little bit of snow on the parking lot here. There's some leftover stuff right in here. I'm just going to kind of push it and maybe go out there and just kind of get used to using it a little bit. Maybe see if it needs any adjusting on the scraper on the bottom or the glides on the sides of slides, and get it ready, because this little bit of snow we're getting today, we're only supposed to get 1 inch or 2, but tomorrow we're supposed to get 4 to 6, and then the next day we're supposed to get another couple. So I got it just in time because I'm going to be using it quite a bit. We're supposed to get a bunch of snow, so we're going to go get the tractor. We're going to come over here, we're going to lift it out of the truck, and we're going to hook it up right now. So I'm going to see if I can lift this out of here without denting my truck up. Ought to be fun. So as close as I can get with the tractor. Make sure everything's in neutral. I already got the chain hooked up in the bucket. My concern is this thing's going to want to swing that way. So I'll have to tip the bucket down actually a little bit, it looks like. That should be okay, because now I got the front of it way over there, so really should be okay. Now, there's a ring on the top, which is kind of nice. Okay. Oh, my chain is so long, I think I'm going to go all the way over and then back around. Jeez, I think I got enough to go around again. But we'll hook it down there somewhere. Oh, that'll work. And it might look like I'm underneath the bucket. I'm actually on the edge of it. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. We're gonna find out real quick here. Okay, let the show begin. Catch on that side there. I have to back up just a little bit, and I think I can clear it over on the tonneau cover. There we go. Oh, look at that. I think I have done it. success. There. The eagle has landed. Okay, now I'm gonna go disconnect the bucket and then hook up the pusher. Pickaroon's gonna work good for cleaning us out. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. Or good enough. Alright, now we can get this disconnected. So there it is. It is on. It only took me a couple tries to hit it. It's a little bit lower than my other attachment, but it got on. So yeah, it's a little dirty in there. That'll get cleaned up. The snow will clean it up, and the snow is coming. So there it is. A 7-foot with the rubber attachment. It looks to me like whoever mounted this plate right here didn't do a very good job. Look at it, it runs downhill here. Looks like that might need to be adjusted. The rubber, the metal plate holding the rubber is high on this side versus this side. So I'm gonna try it first and see how it works like this, but then I might have to lower this side down or level it up a little bit. And it's got the slides on the side. So we don't have a lot of snow right now, but it's coming. But I just want to kind of get the feel for it, so I'm going to go move some of the snow around, just see how it works. I only got a little bit on the ground here. I'll go out into the grassy area over there too, where I'm going to be storing wood. I'll go push some of that snow and just see how it works, just to get a hang of it. So I'm going to give her a try. So my first impression, it's really easy. It works really good because you can actually see the outside edges of the slides, the skids on the side, and because of that, it's real easy to get level. I do have to put a marker on my indicator rod because it's definitely higher than what it is with the bucket. So I think I'm gonna have to put some pink tape on it maybe or something like that. But we're gonna move a little bit of this around and just kind of play around with it and get the hang of it before the real work starts. So we're gonna clear this stuff right over here just to kind of play with it.
Okay, so I pushed some snow around. I found out some things. You definitely got to use your float all the time, because if you don't have it engaged, you start scraping and digging, and yeah, so you want to make sure you got the float on. You tractor guys know what that means. Non-tractor guys means that what that means is there's a feature on your lever that instead of just going up and down with your lever, with your bucket or the pusher, you push your lever all the way forward, and what happens is it disengages your
hydraulics so that there's neutral. So it just, whatever attachment you have on, it just sits on the ground. So as you're going, it's not pushing down or lifting up, it just floats across the ground. So you got to do that all the time with it to make sure that you're going on the ground and making it work properly so that you're just sliding it, because you don't really want to scrape, you want to just kind of slide the attachment along. So what I found out is that I've got areas obviously where I'm going to start pushing snow over here, and what I've got to do is kind of figure out, you know, where I'm going to move the snow to so that I can make space for more snow. And the easiest runs as far as pushing, you know, which directions I'm going to go with everything. So I definitely found out that I've got some work to do. Now in my parking lot, that's the biggest problem. I got all these rocks I've had around here for 20 years, and I've always snowblowed, so it's never been a problem. But it's a problem now because I'm running into them when I push the snow, and I want to be able to get the snow off of here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up I'm going to take the snow pusher off. I'm going to hook up my grapple. I'm going to pick up all these rocks. I'm going to move them back so they're back 10, 15, 20 feet. I don't know. I'm going to move them back so they're out on the grass, and so that I have room to put where to put snow. And then in the spring, when everything melts off, I'll put them back along the edge so we don't have people driving onto the grass. So I want to go hook up my grapple now, and I'm going to move some rocks because it definitely causes a problem with the pusher, because you can't get the snow up and over it like you could with a bucket. So I'm going to go hook up my grapple, and we're going to move some rocks. The grapple is on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick all these rocks up along here, over here, and I'm going to put them all on a pile, I think right in this corner here, so that I can do a straight shot shoving snow that way and then bring snow this way. And then the rocks that are in the lot up there, I'm going to move those back so that I can have a place to go with the snow this winter. So hopefully I can get them off. A lot of them are frozen, but we're going to give it a whirl. Kind of froze in a bit, so we're going to try this next row here and see if I can get them to move a little easier. I think those are frozen pretty good. Some of these I already broke loose with the pusher when I was hitting them, but I'll come down the line here and see if we can get them all moved over there into a pile. Or actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to put them right here in this corner, that way they'll be out of the way. So let's try that. There they are. The rocks are moved. I don't know if you can see how big these are, but they're substantial. And what's amazing to me now that I look back at it, when I put all these rocks here, when we first moved in here 20 years ago, they were back in the woods over there, and I did it with a hand cart. Yes, a hand cart. All of these. I put them all here by myself with a hand cart. That was 20 years ago when I was only 40. So I must have been insane back then, because they are heavy. I mean, very heavy. And so what I did was I just pulled the ones on this end up. That way I can shove all the snow that way. The ones on this side I don't need to move at all because they're not going to be in the way, because I'll make a straight shot this way and a straight shot that way. So I'll show you kind of what I did here. So yeah, these rocks are substantial, and I'll just move them back in the spring then, because now there'll be snow piled up here so people won't be driving on there anyway. So it's just kind of an ornamental thing. But yeah, I did all of the hand cart and a couple ratchet straps I got under. I used a couple shovels. So I used a couple shovels to get under the rocks when they were back in the woods there and pried them up. Got the hand cart, you know, the front part of it underneath it, and then I ratcheted it on, and then I just laid on it and tipped them back and pulled them up here. So these ones I'm just going to leave because I'm not going to shove snow that way. I mean, if I do, it's no big deal, but most of the time I'll just make a run straight that way and I'll just shove it off that way, or I'll make a run this way and shove it all off that way. So the stuff on the inside here I don't need to move, and the other rocks that I moved are, well, this whole pile you saw right here, so I'll just be able to shove snow over there. And then all this over here is open, so I'll be able to shove snow that way out into the field, and the rocks are in a pile there, and they're in a pile there in the corner. So in the spring I'll just move them back and make it look pretty again. So there, now I got to put my bucket back on, or my pusher back on, and I'm going to shove some of this snow back just a little bit more, but you don't need to see that. You saw enough for today. I've already been shooting quite a bit, so that's it for today, folks. I think that's all I'm going to do. And tomorrow I will be back in the woodyard. You should come back. It'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. Good night, Irene.